Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the duo group Ironman. Last video, we finally started my favorite skill, Slayer. We started with like the low 30s and now we just made it up to level 50. And the goal that we're working on now is 58 Slayer so that we can get the Black Mask. Because we just got 50 Slayer, that unlocks Bloodvelds, which I feel like is the first Slayer monster that really has potential to make money with. So hopefully we can get it. We're going to grab our next task right now. We do have 30 points, so we have enough for one skip. Because if you remember from the last video, we got pretty unlucky with those dragon tasks. Getting Bloodvelds right now would be really sweet though, isn't that right, Alkin? Okay. YouTube comment section, let's go. Ooh, the very first longbone on the account, which is important because that's a new collection log slot. I wasn't really looking at the screen. I was like trying to click on the troll. I'm like, wait, why is there a really big troll here? And then I realized it's a random event. Oh my god, bronze dragons. The curse lives on. I hope you're proud of me for doing my dragon tasks. Yo, that was 20 tasks. I kind of forgot to go to Konar for that because I want to get the extra points, but still, we're up to 110 points now. So hopefully that means that we're good and we won't ever run out of points again. Although I'm trying to not jinx it, so... What the frick? I only know about mollusks because I saw them in Alkin's video the other day and he had like the same reaction I just had. He's like, bro, what the hell are these? The cool thing about the Salve Graveyard teleport in the POH, besides the fact that it's near a fairy ring, it also doubles as a pretty quick way to get to the Slayer Tower, since of course we're pretty far away from having Slayer rings. I started at 50 Slayer today, and I haven't shown any of the Slayer levels that we gained, and you know, because that's like the main focus of the video is getting 58 Slayer, I should probably show them. So there's level 53. Oh my god. I'm gonna spend the points to skip that. We got some points to spare now. Ooh, first time in the Slayer cave on the account. I always think of this place as being like really newbie, like where low levels go when they don't want to go to the catacombs. This place has changed so much over the years. Like there used to be so many more monsters here. Like the Kraken used to be here. There's this whole like water area over here. And they had like neck reels and there's a whole area over here with a bunch of dragons. But oh, combat task. I came here for the fire giants though because I like that single combat. I don't want to pray. I just kind of felt like just doing the normal food method, I guess, with the defense armor. Ooh, we just got a strength level. I think I want to switch over to defense actually because I want to go for 85 combat so that way we can use Neve. And defense is the lowest out of the melees. So we'll get maybe like 5 defense levels or something. And I keep forgetting to bring the freaking potions. Ah, this person died. Sorry, that's toxic. Look, they're just picking up items from their grave. Sorry, I probably shouldn't use my platform to expose people, my bad. No way, we finally got the rune scimitar. That actually is the first rune scimitar on the account. It's probably just gonna end up being an alk or something. Should keep one though, just in case. Maybe like for Fashionscape or something. Because me and Spook both just skipped over the rune scimitar. We went from Addy scimitar to rune sword to dragon sim. Level 54 Slayer. Ooh, there's 55 Slayer. That unlocks Turoths. It unlocks the ability to equip leaf-bladed weapons, Slayer staves. We can equip broad arrows and broad bolts. 3 more to go. There's this really weird Slayer task called Shadow Warriors, and I got it once a long time ago on some account. I don't even remember which. But you have to have completed Legends Quest, and you can only even get this Slayer task from Cheldar or Vanica. And here underneath the Legends Guild, there's a bunch of Shadow Warriors that don't appear on the minimap. Yeah, they're like all the way in the corner here. And I just feel like this is one of those monsters that a lot of people probably don't know about. 56 Slayer, and I just ignored the book. I kind of forgot to switch back to the Defender. 65 defense. That was the last requirement that we needed for King's Ransom. And I think after the Slayer task, I want to take a little side trip to go do that quest. It'll be a nice little break from the Slayer grind because I know for you guys, it's only been a couple minutes, but for me, I've been slaying all day today. If you want to look at the XP tracker, was that like 8 or 9 hours of Slayer today so far? I love how I just already have all the items for the quest from doing previous quests like Black Knight's Fortress and Hero's Quest. I have the full black armor set from that and whatever, one small favor I think for the Animate Rock Scroll. Bro, what is this guy wearing? You could see his hair through the... This dude's definitely the kind of guy to use the word indubitably. Once again, RuneLite just automatically knows the answer to yet another puzzle. It's still just hacking into the game or whatever. So let's try this. First try and we get it. I mean, wow, my character is so talented. There we go. King's Ransom is done. Look at that huge defense XP drop. 33k XP. Almost a defense level from that. We get an antique lamp, which we're going to put into Herblore. It's going to give us 5k XP. and no level. This also lets us do the Night Waves training grounds, which when we complete it, we'll be able to use Chivalry and Piety once we get the prayer level. So let's go do that minigame thing right now. Here we are, the Night Waves training ground. There's 8 knights that we have to fight in a row, and each one is weak to a certain attack style or a couple certain attack styles, whether it's slash, stab, or crush, which is why I have the rune 2H with me. And none of them are only weak to stab, so we don't need the stab weapon here. But I'll show you the method for just cheesing this in case you don't know. Okay, so we spawn in here, and then we're just gonna run behind this dummy, and then he'll get stuck. And now we can pot up, and then just start flinching the guy. That's it. You also can't use prayer here, which is why this method is pretty useful. See, it just tells you you're not allowed to do it. You can't spell honorable without you if you're not American. Also, just remember, there is an I in win, but there's no I in lose. And then the next guy spawns, and once again, you just run behind here and repeat the process for all 8 of the fights. Yay, there we go. The Night Waves training grounds is complete. Look at those XP drops, dude. 20k in each of the melees plus hit points. We got a defense level, and we could actually now change our spawn point to Camelot. We just talked to Merlin here, I think. No, okay, he just he just left. You have to go downstairs and talk to him. I hear you are ready for a new respawn point. Yes, I'm sure. The Camelot respawn is 39 steps away from a bank, compared to the Faldor respawn point apparently is 49 to 56 steps away from the bank. Thank you to whichever nerd originally measured that and put it on the wiki. I want to go ahead and do this quest line now. The third one, or the last one in the series, the Great Brain Robbery, does require 50 prayer. Although I'm hoping that between the XP reward we get from one of the quests and all the Ensouled Heads that I've saved from Slayer, I'm hoping that'll get us to 50. So later we'll see if we're all good for that, because we cannot boost prayer for the quest. Oh, I should mention that the reason why we're doing this quest line right now is because we have to unlock mostly Harmless, so that way we can get to the Cave Horrors once we get 58 Slayer. By the way, we don't actually have to do Great Brain Robbery to unlock the Cave Horrors, but I feel like if we're doing this series, we may as well just get that last quest done. I have a very uninteresting fact for you about the map here. You could see that nothing interesting happens here, so don't worry about it. Dude, I swear I just used this joke in the video a few days ago. If we talk to 50% Luke, my character asks, "Are you all right?" Like not all right, but all right, get it? My jokes become at least 5 times funnier when I have to explain them. Evil spirit, get it? Spirits? You know, a joke is really funny when I have to say get it. Man, I remember doing this quest on my hardcore years ago, and I was like, there's so many puns in this quest, but I don't understand what evil spirit is supposed to mean. I was so young and innocent, dude. What happened? There's rum deal done. We get a bunch of XP, which is going to give us a prayer level and a farming level. And then we also get the Holy Wrench, which is going to go right in my Slayer tab, because when you have this in your inventory and you drink a sip of any kind of prayer restoring potion, having the Holy Wrench with you gives you 1 to 2 extra prayer points per sip. Not the most useful item, but if you're doing something that doesn't require that much inventory space, then you may as well bring it with you. And now we're going to do the next quest in the series, which is Cabin Fever. No, I had to hop worlds for the quest, and then the second I started hopping no, dude, that was definitely the baguette for sure. Fire the cannon! You put a hole in the hole. I love this game. The cutscene's over, and there's the end of the Cabin Fever quest. Any levels from that? Smithing level, agility level, nice. Let's see, if we speak to Bill Teach after the quest, he gives us 10,000 GP. You get the Book o' Piracy, which is kind of like the Ghost Speak amulet, except it's for pirates. It lets you understand the pirates on Mostly Harmless. The prices of charter ships are now permanently halved throughout the game. We can play the Trouble Brewing minigame now, which we have to do for a diary task. And then most importantly, we can now access the Cave Horrors right over here. We would go start Great Brain Robbery, but like I said, we have to get 50 prayer, so let's check the bank and see how many Ensouled Heads we have. Oh, that's not exactly as many as I thought we had. We do also have these Dragon Bones in here. Yeah, let's use up the Dragon Bones first and see how far that gets us. I have a bunch of buckets of slime already. There's 49 prayer. It looks like doing all those Bronze Dragon tasks actually paid off. It's redemption unlocked. By the way, the reason why I'm not using Will the Altar is because when you're in the late game, it makes more sense because it's a lot faster to get Dragon Bones. But when we're this early in the account and you lose a full inventory of bones or even half an inventory of bones, it's pretty devastating because it takes a long time to get them with these stats. I guess pretty much like doing a risk analysis of it, the risk is not worth the reward at this stage. in my opinion. We had to use a few big bones at the end just to finish off the level because we ran out of dragon bones, but there we go, level 50 prayer. And this level is actually the highest prayer requirement that we need to get the quest cape, so we don't need to train prayer anymore, except, I mean, we kind of do, and for diary cape as well. It's also nice to do this because we get the ecto tokens out of it, which we're eventually going to need for the bone crusher and to unlock Dragon Tooth Island. But that's cool, we didn't have to use up any of the ensouled heads, and for now I'm going to get back to AF King Slayer because I need to eat dinner and edit, and then later we'll go do Great Brain Robbery. I like AF King and the Catacombs, but it kind of sucks right now with the low-ish prayer level. Like, you know, I'm used to being like 90 prayer and being able to AFK for a long time before I have to teleport back to the POH to restore it. And I don't have any kind of like prayer necklace right now. Like, I have the Amulet of Power, which I think is +1 prayer. But we're going to have the blessed symbol now. Yeah, see, so the Amulet of Power gives +1 prayer, whereas the holy symbol, check this, +8 prayer. Unfortunately, we don't have a stole yet, but if we did have a stole, that'd be +10 prayer. But this is still really good, especially considering how low the requirements are to get it. Watch the combat level once we level up attack here. We have 85 combat now, along with 68 attack, but that means next time we grab a Slayer task, it's going to be from Neve. I think it's going to be a bit faster to get to Neve than it was to get to Cheldar, because when we teleport to the GE, we just take the Spirit Tree, and then from the Spirit Tree, it's pretty much just one click away. Yeah, this feels a little bit faster. And let's see what our very first task is going to be from Neve. Oh my god, dude. Well, I'm glad we have a lot of points now. Should I block them? No, I think they're pretty low weighting, aren't they? Alright, there's 57 Slayer, one more level to go. Well, that's the first Neve task, and as you can see, we get 12 points instead of just 10 points that we would normally get from Cheldar. Honestly, I know we don't have many Slayer points right now, but I think Sukwas are worth blocking. Here's the method that I use to know if I think something is worth blocking or not. Go to the Slayer Master that you use the most on the wiki, which for me, for right now, and probably for a while, it's going to be Neve. We go down to the task list, and by default it's ordered alphabetically, but you can also sort it by weighting. So we're going to sort it by highest weighting at the top here, and then pretty much just go from top to bottom. I mean, there's some things that we don't have unlocked yet, like Czar, Abyssal Demon, and stuff like that. But just go down the list and it's like, would I do this task, yes or no? And if you would do it, then you don't block it, and so on and so forth. Although you can see all of these are the same weighting, so I'd kind of just like look at all these together. Then the next group would be all the ones that have a weighting of 8, which includes Sukwas. So because of that, unfortunately, my first big purchase with Slayer points is going to just end up being a block. But if you think about it in the long term, this is going to save points because I know for a fact I'm not going to do a Sukwa task. So there we go. We still have one skip left over that we can use though. Okay. Ooh, first Turoth task. We have to buy a Leaf Blade Spear. This weapon sucks, and it's pretty expensive too, but I mean, we kind of have to use it. Turoths drop a lot of herbs, but unfortunately, of course, we don't have the herb sack, so probably not going to be able to pick up too much. We probably should go back and train agility at some point too, because this shortcut is level 81 agility, and then this one's level 62. Which we have 59 right now. We don't even have graceful yet, and we're going to need to get graceful, so we probably should do that sooner than later. By the way, if you're curious what Spook's been up to, she actually just got graceful as well. She spent like all day doing agility. I think she's up to like almost 70 agility at this point. But yeah, like the Turoths are on the other side of the second agility shortcut, and then the Kurasks are even further in, so it would be nice to get these shortcuts unlocked. Alright, we can take a look at the Slayer XP because I'm about to go to bed, but there we go. It's a full day of training Slayer. Yes. I just woke up. I think I've done 2 KC today, and we just got the Leaf Blade Sword. That is 1 in 500, and if you look at the stats compared to the spear, besides the fact that it's just better accuracy to use the sword, it's also a 4-tick weapon instead of a 5-tick weapon, and I can equip a defender because it's a one-handed weapon versus the spear, which is a two-handed weapon. It's just like, it's so much better than the spear. I'm so glad we got lucky with that. It's 1 out of 500. And according to the loot tracker, that was 62 Turoths. Oh, dude, the spoon. Hopefully it's a good sign of good things to come for this account. Well, I paid 31k for the spear. How much is it going to out for? 18.6k. So we get like a decent amount back, I guess. Bro, what? 76k, see we get another Leaf Blade Sword. I mean, I was gonna say we could just share the one with Spook, but I guess now she has her own. This is the thing I love about Group Ironman. As the PVMer, I get like drops like this that I can share with her so that when she starts doing Slayer, it's going to be faster for her. And then with her role being the skiller, she makes the food and potions and stuff, which in turn gives me more time to train Slayer and progress it faster. Well, this is going to be the end of the first Turoth task, and as you can see, we got a bunch of seeds from it, including like just on the second to last kill, we just got Torsal seed, which is actually the last type of seed that we needed on the account. Because if you look in the bank here, we had every kind of herb seed except for Torstal. So now I could complete the placeholders for the tab here, for the farming tab. And then of course the Leaf Blade Spear for the gear tab. And there is level 58 Slayer, which means we can now go for the Black Mask. Although, like I said before, I want to go do Great Brain Robbery, so let's go do that first. We just unlocked Harmony Island, so we can plant the watermelon seed and hope that it grows, and then we have to harvest them for a Mauritania hard task. So I figure may as well do that while we're here. So we give him like the cranial clamp and staples and all these things to do surgery on. I don't know, I'm not really reading the dialogue, some zombie or something, but we get that cute little cutscene with the cat in the meantime. The previous scene was replaced with a picture of a kitten and some soothing music, or replaced with a picture of a Discord mod and some soothing music. Let's return to the adventure. You know, if you think about quest bosses that were made back in like actual RuneScape 2 versus the quests made since old school's inception, the bosses are a lot different. Like a lot of these older bosses are just safe spottable, but nowadays all the new quest bosses have like actual engaging mechanics, which I never really thought about until now, but it's really cool. Like Monkey Madness 2, Dragon Slayer 2, even like making friends with my arm, you actually have to fight versus just like safe spotting and AFKing. And there is Great Brain Robbery done. We get XP, the Barrel Chest Anchor, which we have to pay 230k GP to actually repair it. It's not really going to be useful for anything right now. Eventually we will have to repair it for a Master Clue Step for Fallow. And then we get the Prayer Book, which has like really niche uses. But when you're wearing a holy symbol or the hallowed symbol from Hallowed Sepulchre and you recite prayer with the prayer book, it drains some prayer points and heals poison if you're poisoned. So it could come in handy somewhere, but I don't know where that somewhere would be. And then we get an XP lamp, which we're going to put into Herblore for 5,000 XP. It is now time to go for the Black Mask. And to kill cave horrors, we need to get the Witchwood icon, which is the necklace slot item, so that way we don't like get destroyed by them. Because we have Cabin Fever done, we can access the cave horrors, and we can also use the Trouble Brewing minigames teleport. No, don't ask again. And this will take us really close to get there. Oh wait, we need a light source too. Oh wait, no, I have the fire making cape. We don't have a Slayer task for them, so we're not going to be getting Slayer XP. But if we did get a Slayer task, I forgot exactly how many we get from Neve, but it's probably around like 150-ish or something. But the Black Mask is a 1 out of 512 drop. So we'd most likely have to just get the Cave Horror task multiple times to even get the Black Mask. And I don't want to wait that long, because if you didn't know, what the Black Mask does is that when you're on Slayer task and you have it equipped, it gives you a 16.67% attack and strength boost, which is just like actually insane. And then if you go to Nightmare Zone and imbue it, you get additional bonuses for range and mage as well. So we're inside the cave, and here they are. They have 55 hit points, so it shouldn't take too long to kill each one. Although, you know, 1 out of 512 drop rate is pretty rare. Oh, it's a hard task for the Mauritania Diary. What the plan's gonna be is I'll just be getting 1 Black Mask for myself now off task, and then over time I'll get Cave Horror tasks from doing Slayer, and just passively get the second one without having to grind off task for it. And there's really no rush because Spook is the skiller and I am more of the PVMer. So there's no time crunch to get the second Black Mask because she's not going to be starting Slayer ASAP. Also just realized they drop bones, so I should have brought runes for bones to Peaches, but that's okay. We could use the minigames teleport every 20 minutes. I'm sure by the time we run out of food, we'll be able to use the teleport back here again. It's been years since I've done them, so I totally forgot about this, but they have a magical based melee attack, so we want to wear D-hide, not like rune defense armor. We'll go for the silly Jester boots too. Yes, dude, the Black Mask. Okay, let me pick this stuff up. Let's see what the KC was. 357 for the 1 in 512. Lucky again, dude. Lucky again. I can't believe I'm wasting all my RNG on these low-level grinds. I'd rather save it for like God Wars or something. Here we go. Let's put it on for the first time. No, it's gonna be so nice for Slayer, dude. I guess we're gonna have to go to Nightmare Zone too so we could get the imbue for it at some point. Maybe I'll do that to AFK later. I was averaging like 120 to 130 KC per hour, so it was about 3 hours to get the Black Mask. Well, we set the goal of getting the Black Mask and we got it. And from here, I think we're just going to be continuing on with Slayer, with the kind of medium to longish term goal being 87 for the Trident, but we'll get more into that next video. We're up to 1436 total level, we have 244 quest points, here's this page as well. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, which you could find a link to in the description below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.